And this just in,
Mm.
38 asylum seekers landed on the beach after a perilous voyage
Mm.
in a 15-foot dinghy and were
Yeah.
promptly arrested.
Mm.
One of the travellers said they'd lost one at sea during the crossing. Among them were 25 men,
Mm.
6 women, and 7 children.
Oh, right. Okay.
3 of the children were taken to the local paediatric emergency clinic, and one of the men to the local hospital. After they were all discharged, everybody was rounded up and put into a local sports hall,
Mm.
furnished with camp beds and kept under guard. They were all supplied with food kits and toiletries. 31 of them were taken to the following day to an emergency court, and the judge gave them 20 days to leave the country.
Mm.
He also warned if they didn't return after 20 days voluntarily, they would be made to leave by force after 60 days.
Oh, right. Okay.
Another court hearing is being set for the other 7, which is a mother, a father, and their 3 children, along with a man with kidney problems. All the migrants have been moved to a secure installation, waiting their times to run down.
Mm.
Now, one could not be forgiven in thinking the Yvette Cooper scheme is working. I'd never forgive you if you thought that,
Mm.
because of what I just said.
Yeah.
And that the UK government has finally found some balls.
Okay. Fair enough.
What I've just told you had happened was in Portugal,
Mm.
and illegal immigrants are treated as such since the government said enough is enough. Nobody is allowed to claim asylum because they entered Portugal illegally. Full stop.
Yeah.
A similar fate was met by some North Africans when they arrived at a beach in Spain. The locals, the local population, apprehended them and
Mm.
turned them over to the police.
Mm.
No ECHR,
Mm.
no lefty lawyers,
Mm.
no four-star hotels.
Yeah.
So why are illegal immigrants willing to go that extra mile to land on British shores?
Mm.
Off you go.
Well, because they
Short
get
but sweet.
they get a little bit more than toilet paper and toothpaste and a toothbrush. Um, they're not put in a sports hall with camp beds. They're given a nice 4-star hotel. Yeah. And then they complain about possibly having to share rooms or something, Well, I know. Yeah. Yeah. It's, well, even I think the French have sort of said would stop making it so palatable to do the channel cross. Yeah. Um, you're making it too, yeah. And yeah, the word gets back. If you make it pretty horrible and grimy and everything else for them, yeah, people aren't going to go there. End of story on that score. Um, yes, I know the rest of Europe has suddenly woken up to what's happening within the European community, itself, the EU. Sorry, let me go back a few years. The EU. Um, Suddenly, yes, they've had to amend themselves because um, they can't deal with it,
Of course.
and they are probably a bit concerned about how the indigenous population reacts to it.
Of course.
Um, they're listening to their people, ultimately the voters. Yeah.
Well, it isn't that they're listening to their people.
Mm.
It's that they can see the scores on the draws.
Mm.
They can see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
They couldn't care less what the people are saying, but if it affects their vote,
Mm.
then they
That's it.
could.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're listening. I mean, yes. Um, yeah, the nice little trough could be taken away. No more,
There you are.
no more tasty swill. Yeah.
Exactly that they're not doing it on behest of the people. You
Mm.
know, they're doing it on behest of their self-interest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, somebody that comes in claims asylum for a port of entry, yeah, okay, it's one thing, yeah, and then that can be processed, sorted out quite quickly. You can establish who someone is if they haven't got their travel documents or something. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying in the world there aren't people who have issues where they live for various different reasons, yeah. Um, and but yeah, some of the claims that we're getting from, I mean, it's odd that these countries that are governed by the ECHR are able to do that, yet the UK is having problems. Now, I'm not understanding this. This is the thing I want. I can surmise what's going on. Yeah. And again, I think this is to do with money and, yes, judges, sorry, not judges, lawyers that make a lot of money through supporting ECHR
Yeah,
rules.
well, they've got to do their bit,
Yeah.
right? Let's be fair about that.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they get paid to do.
Yeah.
But it's the soft touch of the look. A person is going to go through hell and high water to move
Yeah.
from one place to the other for
Yeah.
one or two. Either they're running away from something,
Mm.
or they're running to something.
Mm. Yeah.
Right. So in the case of the UK, it's they're running to something.
Mm. Yeah.
Right. And the lefty lawyers are just going to do what they were trained to do.
Mm.
They're there to make money. They'll defend.
Yeah.
They'll defend the indefensible,
Mm.
and make the money. And some you win, some you lose. They don't care as long as they're getting the shekels coming in.
Well, yeah, but these
You can't
people.
blame them for that.
No, no, no. I mean, obviously, if I was lawyer trained, and you will know, yeah, when you are a lawyer, you are assigned a case, and you've got to do your absolute best to defend that case. Yeah,
Of course, of course.
and that is what you do as a lawyer. Even if you totally disagree with it, yeah, you've got to be seen to be doing everything you can to do it. I mean, obviously, the best lawyers are people that totally disagree with what they're doing and win. Yeah,
Good possibility. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
No con.
yeah. I mean, well, yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, lawyers do have a conscience, but yeah, ultimately they've got to serve the best interests of their client, their assigned client sometimes, let's be honest about it.
In
And
case in Portugal,
mm,
the Portuguese, the people are traveling. It's a 27-mile trip over
yeah,
the water
yeah,
from Morocco to Portugal,
mm,
and Portugal considers Morocco a safe country,
yeah, yeah,
and they just send them back to Morocco.
mm, yeah,
And it's the lack of will
mm,
for the of the British politicians to consider France as a safe country. Just send them back to France. It's done.
well, yeah, yeah, but
You know,
it's
nothing to do with human rights. Nothing to do with the lawyers. Nothing.
yeah,
It's the will. And yeah, you are right. There is something bigger
mm,
behind this.
yeah,
And it's bigger than the government.
mm,
And I don't think it's just the lawyers. The lawyers are there because
well,
you know because they're there.
yeah,
They do that to make their money. I don't think the government are doing it to fill the pockets of lawyers.
no, no, well,
There's
no,
something different. It might be that they are trying to drag more people into the UK,
yeah,
try and balance out the population. We touched on this the
yeah,
other day in
yeah,
another podcast about
mm,
UK population.
yeah. I mean,
And I think because I mean, if Portugal can do it and Spain can do it, then there's no reason why the UK can't do it.
when it strikes me, I mean, the UK deportation wise, I mean, yeah, I mean, we've probably got enough to fill a C-130 transport plane and drop them somewhere else. Anyway, I mean, yeah, I
Just
mean,
send them back to France. It's the most simple solution is the most obvious one. Just
yeah,
send them back to France. Done.
yeah, but then you're going to still have the circle. They're going to be doing this constantly until.
Let them do it. Let them do it.
Mm. I mean,
You
it's still
know,
going to cost us money. Yeah, I mean, it's weird because originally it's going to be processed by Uganda. Well, what's happening now with Uganda? The British taxpayer paid for the facilities at Uganda, not Uganda, sorry, Rwanda. Scrub that, Rwanda to be I don't know, yeah, Rwanda to be brought up to scratch, as it were. And now the Americans are using it.
There you are.
The
Yep.
processing place. I mean,
Right.
I joked with an American the other day. I said the UK government will be billing you guys soon, and he just laughed.
Yep.
Really? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Across the country at the moment, across the UK, there's some people, ordinary type people, not extreme people, people that wouldn't normally dream of carrying or protesting on the streets at all, have seen some unfortunate incidents. Yeah. And it's all right arguing, oh, it's only relatively few. If a 15-year-old girl is going to be traumatically damaged for life, that's still one too many. Yeah.
Yep.
And you cut the source of it. And I mean, and it's not happened only happened in the UK, it's happened in other regions as well. Probably Portugal, Spain, yeah, you read it, and Germany.
Yep.
And like you say, until the politicians in the UK, well, okay, I'm not going to blame. Well, I'm not going to blame the politicians. Obviously, they're making policy, and the present lot we got in there that seem to be quite complicit with it all. Yeah. But if say like there was an election 2 months' time, and certain other certain other politicians got in there that were not as open to the idea of immigration as others got in, they probably wouldn't be able to change it overnight because we're still being the same cycle. And below them, don't forget, and I'll keep talking about it, are the civil service and then the judiciary, etc.
Right. Well, look, all I know is that if Portugal can do it, if Spain can do it,
Mm.
Italy's doing it, by the way,
Yeah.
as well, then there's no reason why the UK can't
But
do
I'm
it.
not saying there is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm giving you reasons why it probably wouldn't change after overnight, whatever administration got in. Yeah.
No, because it's the will. It's the will of the political class in the UK.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been 10 years, 10, 15 years of this.
Oh yeah, I'm not blaming the present administration. No way.
No.
I mean, I'm not putting it on that door.
Which
I
is
mean,
why
yeah,
I don't think which is why I don't think it's the ideology of one particular party. It's something bigger than that.
yeah. Well, yeah, the global elites is being muted
Well,
about in
however that manifests itself.
yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's a big global term that yeah to break it all down. Who's doing what? Who's controlling what? What the speculation is? I know is a big subject, and yeah, but yes, yeah. But I do agree with you. Why the hell can't the British administration just do it? If like you say, if Portugal were doing it, Spain are doing it, um, and it's not even they're in the right location, like you say, send it to France. Well, if France realise that they're going to end up with all these people back, they'll stop sending it, and they might stop them send them back over the border going backwards. Yeah, the other way. Um, yeah, there does seem to be a cosy agreement somewhere that the UK is just ending up to be a clearinghouse.